trainer, built as a joint venture between Dassault of France and the German company Dornier. As a result of the Scampton Jaguar, which many of you will know from its Royal Air Force service days, not being developed as it's been intended as an advanced jet trainer, but purely for the attack role. And so the Alpha Jet came about, ended up being used as a trainer by the light attack process support aircraft with the West German Luftwaffe, which decided to carry on training pilots in the United States.
There it is. Is it next week tomorrow?
And while Brian made the maiden flight of a German-built Alpha Jet, gave many displays in the aircraft, and he thought this was one of the nicest aeroplanes he ever flew. The French last had a solo Alpha Jet on the circuit, though of course it's better known as the mount of their aerobatic team, the Patrouille de France. And this really is a dance through the sky of a type not often performed by a military jet aircraft. In France, the Alpha Jet replaced the Lockheed T-33, the Fouga Magister, the former mount of the Patrouille de France, and the Dassault Mystère 4, which was used as a weapons trainer. And in Germany, it superseded the Fiat G91R. And this is an extremely varied display with some very imaginative manoeuvres. Here, the Alpha Jet coming in from right to left, initially a slow roll, then into a slow roll, beautifully coordinated by the pilot, Captain Laurent Carrière, who comes from École de l'Aviation de Chasse, or Fighter Aviation School 314, based at Tours-Saint-Symphorien in the beautiful Loire Valley region of France. Another of these very innovative rolling manoeuvres coming up. 2-point roll. Cruise control as well. Yeah, for a jet trainer aircraft, very unusual. The sort of slow pass that comes near the end of this display, the sort of thing that we'd see much more demonstrated by the likes of the F-16 from earlier on. Fighter School at Tours trains the Arme'e future fighter pilots and also the back seat of the weapons systems operators for both the French Air Force and the Belgian Air Component. In the French case, they move on to the operational conversion unit prior to the Mirage 2000. Still in use for quite a number of other air arms. Belgium still flies the type, the Cameroon Air Force does, the Egyptian Air Force also, with upgraded ground attack Alpha Jets. They're on the Moroccan Air Force, the Nigerian Air Force, which has recently been flying them on attack sorties against the militants of Boko Haram. The Portuguese Air Force, Qatar Emiri Air Force, the Royal Thai Air Force, and the Togo Air Force. In on the 45-degree line, transitioning that into the first part of a beautifully executed rolling circle. Again, such an unusual jet aircraft, so much more often seen from much lighter aerobatic and suspension training machines. Aircraft we've seen in British skies because some former German examples were acquired by Kinetic, the Flight Test and Research Organisation at Boston Down. Rolling there onto the night edge. At Boston Down they used the Kinetic Alpha Jets by the Empire Test Pilot School amongst others. Also, the Flying Bulls, that great Red Bull-sponsored fleet of historic aircraft, has some it bought from the German government, and it's a popular machine with defence still in use as a jet trainer with the French Air Force. This is quite the aircraft's age, coming up to the 40th anniversary of the type in French service. And quite a good chance, as the aircraft comes past now, to see the special markings on the display aeroplane being used here. Because, like so many, the French Air Force is currently commemorating various 100th anniversaries to do with the First World War. Into the Jet training unit at the tour. It also remembers the life of one of France's main aces of the First World War, Maxime Lenoir, who was lost in action in October 1916, having scored 11 air-to-air kills in Nieuport and Spad aircraft, especially during the Battle of Verdun. And also it remembers Eugene Bullard, a significant figure from the First World War because he was the only African-American pilot to fly in the Great War. He served not with the US Army Air Service, but with the Aéronautique Militaire in France, and he began his pilot training on the Caudron G3 at Tours, where this Alpha jet is based. He was a pilot.
So we were talking about slow speed as well. With a slippery machine like a jet, then of course the key factor is to ensure that you do not exceed the undercarriage down limits, well within the capabilities of course all our display pilots, but again a really good flexibility and flair, and using all angles. I love the manoeuvres on the 45 degrees left and right of the main arcs, all embedded into this display. It's really quite delightful.
Yes, the French Air Force have always been absolutely superb in the display arena. I mean, only this year we've seen their solo Rafale display and their Pitot Delta team of Mirage 2000s really performing absolutely superbly at some of the shows earlier in this season. But the Alpha Jet, while a quieter and lighter machine, certainly puts on in French Air Force hands an excellent solo display of its own. We've seen that amply demonstrated here this weekend by both pilots.